Hey everyone! Today, I have an important update about the future of Webflow's legacy editor. Back in December of 2024, we announced that we'd be deprecating the editor, and since then, we've been finalizing the details. We know this has been a long time coming, and we really appreciate your patience, because now we're ready to walk you through what's happening, when it's happening, and how you can prepare. That includes key dates, migration details, and the resources to help you, your clients, and your team make this transition smoothly and confidently. But first, why this change? For years, the legacy editor helped teams and clients make quick, safe content updates. It set clear boundaries around what users could do and couldn't do. And that structure worked well for a long time. But as collaboration needs evolved, so did Webflow. We saw an opportunity to reimagine how teams work together with more flexibility, more control, and better security. And that's why we introduced seats, roles, and permissions, creating a new foundation for collaboration across all of Webflow. With this system, every user gets a role that fits the way they work. The marketer role lets users create and edit pages using components. The content editor role lets users update text, images, and CMS items, familiar territory for our legacy editor users. And the reviewer role lets users view and comment on sites for quick feedback cycles. Each role is designed to strike the perfect balance between access and safety, so everyone can work efficiently without stepping on one another's toes. This shift moves us beyond the old one-size-fits-all approach of the legacy editor toward a more unified, more seamless experience for every customer. Now, with that, we know every team uses Webflow a little differently. Some of you are working with clients, while others are collaborating with your teams in-house. Your migration process will depend on your specific workspace plan. So, with that in mind, this video is meant to provide a high-level overview of what you can expect. At the end, we'll share links to 2 more detailed videos with specific scenarios for freelancer and agency workspaces or team workspaces, so you have the information that is most applicable to you. To kick it all off, let's start with timelines. In February, we hit the first major milestone. If you're on a workspace plan for freelancers and agencies, then client seats will become available in your workspace and you can start using them right away. But don't worry, you can also continue using the legacy editor and can still invite new users to the legacy editor for the time being. If you're on a workspace plan for teams, then nothing changes yet. Your workflows stay exactly the same and you can continue inviting legacy editor users as usual. Okay, so that's the first important date. The next one is May, when the automatic migration begins. For agencies and freelancers, this means that every existing legacy editor user who hasn't already been assigned to a client seat will automatically be given access to a free client seat. And each client seat can be assigned one of 3 roles: marketer, content editor, or reviewer. From May through August, your clients can choose to use either the legacy editor or their new roles through their client seat. This gives them time to get used to the new experience, but still have access to the one they are more familiar with. However, and this is important, while the legacy editor will still be available during this time, you can no longer invite new legacy editor users. Now, you might be wondering, what counts as existing? Well, an existing legacy editor user is someone who has accepted their invite and created a login. Pending invites don't count, so make sure your legacy editor users have fully accepted their invites and created a login before May, because pending invites will not be included in the free seat migration. So, what about in-house teams during this time? Well, every existing legacy editor user without an existing Webflow seat will automatically be given access to a free limited seat. And just like client seats, these users can be assigned either the marketer, content editor, or reviewer role. Those team members will also be able to use either the legacy editor or their new roles through that limited seat until August. But just like with freelancers and agencies, While the legacy editor will still be available during this period, you won't be able to invite new legacy editor users anymore. Finally, in August, we reached the end of the migration. At this point, the legacy editor will no longer be available to anyone, and all legacy editor accounts will be removed. All collaborators, whether they're clients or internal teammates, will use their new roles through client or limited seats moving forward. We know updates like this change how people work, and we've got plenty of resources to guide you. Your main go-to will be the Legacy Editor Migration Hub. This landing page has everything you need to navigate this transition, including an FAQ covering the most common questions, migration guides outlining what to do at each milestone, updated Webflow University materials so everyone can learn more about the marketer, content editor, and reviewer roles, bite-sized instructional videos walking through how to perform key actions through the content editor role, and so much more. So be sure to bookmark this link because you'll come back to it often. While moving away from the legacy editor does require some change, it also opens the door to a much stronger, more flexible way of working together in Webflow. We're here to support you every step of the way, and we can't wait to see what you build next. So, if you're a freelancer or agency, check out this video. It contains more information about your migration journey and also some helpful sample scenarios. If you're part of an in-house team, check out that video, which will do the same for you. Thanks for watching.